then needs a safe place. Alright, if that's where you want to go. Of course, I would never let that happen. I promise you I will bring Terra back. Only this time, you'll see he has what it takes to be a master. He's not as weak as you think.
Aqua,
Yes?
now that you are a master, there is one secret in particular you must know. Should anything happen to me, and you find the Legion of Darkness at our doorstep, I ask that you take my Keyblade and use it to lock this land away.
What?
Generations of Keyblade masters have been charged with keeping this land safe. Light and darkness exist in balance here, and there are those who would abuse such neutral ground. This is why our predecessors devised a certain trick. Just use the key, and this land will be transformed. From that day forward, all who visit this land will be lost to oblivion, none ever able to solve the mystery. None, Aqua, except you.
I know it's a lonely place, but you'll be safe. Terra and I will be back to wake you up before you know it.
Aqua, put an end to me.
Tara, tell me where to find you. Tara?
Who am I?
Such a terrible darkness. Fight it! Tara, please!
Tara, you say?
Tara's heart has been extinguished, smothered by the darkness within him!
My name is Master Aqua. Now return my friend's heart, or pay the price!
Why didn't give me that?
Come on!
Not yet.
In this game, though, they're not easy to tell.
I will guide you to the depths of darkness.
is that? He got easier in the second state. He wouldn't have fought him back. First state.
Tara, I know you're in there.
This'll teach you! Get out of my heart!
Wouldn't that be Terra's voice and like Terra Nort's? That should come through.
The darkness can't have you.
No. Three hours
have
been
to do
screaming this
something.
last bit.
We'll both be lost.
Like in a row. Well, kind of worse since I finally finished this game, but
I'm with you. Go! Ben, I'm sorry. I might not make it back as soon as I thought. But I promise I'll be there one day to wake you up.
yeah, we'll see.
Hey, I'm gonna head back.
Yeah, me too.
Sora, what's wrong?
Huh?
You're...
How could he tell if that's like the first
That's
tier
weird.
that he's...
It's like something
Secreted.
squeezing me inside.
Somebody up there must be sad.
Up where?
They say every world is connected by one great big sky. So maybe there's somebody up there in all those worlds who's really hurting. And they're waiting for you to help them.
Well, gee, do you think there's something I could do?
Maybe they just need you to open your heart and listen.
I don't know, Riku. You say some weird stuff sometimes, but I'll try it.
Okay.
Here's the question that this game kind of raises with bringing in Sora and Riku. How did Riku ever go bad, even if he had a little bit of darkness in his heart that Ansem could overtake, or influence, or whatever? How did Riku ever go bad if, for one, he inherited his Keyblade from Terra, and two, he's saying shit like that when he's a kid?
Hey, can you hear me?
Right this way.
Young man, what ails you? Can you speak? Tell me your name.
Xehanort.
Xehanort. Quickly, get him to the castle.
You can count on me. Dylan, get those for me.
Seems like I've been walking for ages. How long have I been down here? Maybe I should fade into the darkness here.
Karen Ventus's Keyblades.
I guess it's been so long. I almost forgot how to smile.
They try to do something like this at the end of Dream Drop Distance, and it doesn't really work as effectively because if you didn't make all the Dream Years, then like I didn't on my first way through that game, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really mean anything. In fact, it doesn't even mean anything anyways. For Dream Eaters, who the hell cares?
There's always a way.
Okay. More credits. And I think this is a piece that won't get copyright claimed. Yeah, so that's been Birth by Sleep. Final mix. Finally got done with it. Finally all the way through it. Yeah. So it's basically in it. After this is a replay through of Birth by Sleep. No, not Birth by Sleep. Dream Drop Distance, and then Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. And then in January, we'll play Kingdom Hearts 3. Towards the end. In late January and February. So that'll be pretty sweet. Yeah, I'll probably get the Dream Drop Distance relatively soon. And if you're watching this at a point in the future where they're already uploaded, there you go. This time I will try to get the final ending cutscene that is in that. So, yeah. But, you know, I really did like this game. It has a lot of fun shit that you can do in it. Like Some Call Me Johnny said in his review of it, it's a little too easy to break. But it's also a lot of fun. I do think that this does the prequel job well, for the most part. Not to Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, I think this does the prequel job well, and it doesn't get too caught up in referencing the other games, although the references to the other games are there, and it's good that they are. If you play this before the rest of the Kingdom Hearts games, I don't know what to say to you. Prequel kind of works better when you watch the other stuff first, but then again, prequels are supposed to be okay for everybody to watch because they're not supposed to be weighed down by certain things, you know, like pretty much being caught up in trying to be a prequel to already established mythology. It's kind of hard to do that, but considering that Nomura retcons shit like a motherfucker in this series, you know, it's kind of okay to have a prequel like this, especially when we didn't get a lot of information about before the events of Kingdom Hearts 1, so, you know, fits nicely in there, which is cool. Oh, the main menu theme. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm saying right there. So yeah. So yeah, I wish I had people actually watching this, but whatever. Junko Sakurai. But yeah, overall, this game is actually pretty good. I kind of wish that they had kept the melding mechanics from this game in Dream Drop Distance, because that would have made Dream Drop a bit more fun. But, I understand why they didn't, because the gimmick of that game was the flow motion bullshit, but, But yeah. Yumi Katsuyama. Yeah. Hiroku Kawabe. I guess this does establish where the characters go after that. Which, this is nice. I kinda wish that they had stretched this out to widescreen rather than keeping it at 4x3, but whatever. Like, seriously, there's no reason that the credits should be partly over the cinematics that play next to them. Like, just move the picture and the credits out a little bit to the full widescreen. I don't get why they did that, but they already up-res them to 1080p's and 60 frames a second, so I don't get it. Sigh eBay. Danny Koo. Vanessa E. McGee. Or McGee? I don't know. It's actually nice that they got Catherine Beaumont to be Kyrie's grandmother in this game. Hide Watanabe. Yoko Gonu. And post-credit scene. Or one of them.
Hey, can you hear me?
I heard your voice. It cut through the darkness around me. All alone, I followed the sound into a sea of light. And found myself here. With you. You gave me something back when I needed it most.
If Sora heard Ventus's voice before, why didn't he react in Kingdom Hearts 2 when Roxas has the exact same voice?
Now I have to go back to sleep again.
Are you sad?
Sorry, plot holes arise.
Would you mind if I stayed here
when
with you?
You have stuff like this in prequels.
Sure, if it'll make you feel better.
Thank you.
I know I just said that this kind of avoids a lot of prequel problems, but unfortunately, I don't know.
Well, you know, I think it worked.
Okay. In time, the world would be saved by these two heroes who stood beneath the same blaze of stars. Isn't there another cutscene? What the? There are 2 other cutscenes. What? Ah, fuck it, I'll look it up later. Xehanort reports. Why the fuck not? Please accept my deepest gratitude for the invitation to witness your pupil's accession. I think that should be ascension. Ascension to the office of True Keyblade Master. It was a heavy mantle on our master placed upon your shoulders in naming you successor. But you have nonetheless persevered and raised 2 masters yourself. I know it cannot have been easy. I did you terrible harm in the past over a petty difference in opinion, and just a few years ago selfishly thrust my own burdens upon you. I think of you like a young brother, and yet, fool that I am, I have never availed myself of countless opportunities to apologize or thank you for opening your home to the boy. Yet not once have you blamed me. On the contrary, here you are inviting me to such an important ceremony. I intend to be there to offer you all my blessings. Our master chose his heir wisely. Ours is a bizarre, ironic task, to watch over the light from the shadows, but in the face of that, the warmth in your heart and unfailing dedication to the light impress me to no end. I have taken to wandering the world and seen much darkness hiding in the light. Lately, I fear it has taken a turn for the worse. Perhaps Yen Sid has already told you about the unversed. These fledgling emotions derive from negativity, and I can now sense their presence in nearly every world. And on the topic of darkness, we must speak of another matter that concerns me, one related to the upcoming ceremony. When I visited several years ago, your pupil Terra drew my attention. His power is immense, to be sure, but within his heart I can see darkness just waiting to be awakened. I know this is none of my business, but I have reservations about welcoming Terra as a true Keyblade Master. Without taking certain precautions, the traditional examination perhaps, to see if he has the mark of mastery. To see if he has the mark of mastery? The choice is yours, and I will humbly respect your opinion. Take care, I eagerly await our long overdue reunion. Okay. Much time has passed since I left the home of my youth behind in the myriad of worlds I have since visited. I have gained much knowledge. On these pages, I intend to record a portion of that knowledge, and put the course of my life to paper. Upon reflection, my life underwent the most considerable sea change. Change when I arrived at that place. Sea change, I guess, yeah, since it is whatever. Yes, it began when I found a master, and another I would later call my brother, when I found a new home. Then there was the Keyblade. For what purpose was it begotten, and by whom? During my training as one of its wielders, the precepts offered a clear answer. The Keyblade existed so that we who watch over the light could protect the world from the shadows. But was that the true answer? Could there not be more to it than that? My heart sought knowledge, and so I sometimes visited other worlds, though such travel was forbidden unless duty required, and found what my heart sought. Our master instructed us to don armor while traveling between worlds, so that we might shield ourselves from the darkness. But there, in the lanes between, I could feel the force of it, the power, and from then on, I forewent my armor's protection. I had been told the darkness would devour me, But what terrors could it possibly hold so long as I found the strength to control it? The world is vast, and the worlds within the greater world uncountable. Like little islands, they dot a great ocean between, which keeps them ignorant of each other, uncorrupted. Each world had its own order. Unlike us, they could not know of the world in its entirety, and we were never to enlighten them. I think you mean universe, but whatever. In ancient times, no such buffers kept the larger world divided. There were no walls of light enclosing each smaller world the way they do today. Nothing prevented one from physically interfering with the next. At the time, the world was filled with light, and a great many Keyblade wielders. But without buffers, the worlds began to squabble over ownership of the light. You see, they learned of the Keyblade's true use. War broke out as each of the Keyblade's wielders struggled to lay claim to an almighty entity known as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts could be described as an aggregate of hearts. Worlds, too, have hearts, just like people. Each world's heart is concealed from sight beyond a hidden door. By gathering all the hearts of all the worlds in a single place, one may complete Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has been like several things, just by the way. When Kingdom Hearts is complete, it is said the one who opens its door will bring about the creation of the next world. Such a feat is above any human, or to put it a different way, whoever opens the door will be reborn as something far greater than human. Light and darkness are two sides of the same coin. Without darkness, there is no light. Keyblade wielders' great war over Kingdom Hearts was fought by defenders of the light, servants of darkness, those who sought to reconcile the two, and those motivated by nothing more than lust for power. A whole spectrum of thought was swept into the conflict, and the worlds that did not go to war found the war brought to them. In the end, the whole world was cast into darkness. That was how the ancient Keyblade War drew to a close. To this day, no one has ever managed to open the door to Kingdom Hearts. Sometime later, the little light that remained in the hearts of the few gave rise to the world we know today. One made of many worlds beyond just as many walls, so that the Keyblade War would not be repeated. At present, the lanes and corridors that run between the worlds may only be traversed by us Keyblade wielders and those who have given themselves over to darkness. As the former, our duty is to cross the chasms between worlds and guard against the latter, whose darkness corrupts and contaminates, so that no world need ever be lost again. Few Keyblade wielders now remain. I have heard of but a handful of others outside my circle. But the world is vast, and more of our kind may be out there. Now, in addition to the realm of light which we reside, there's also a realm of darkness, and the realm between which connects the two. The realm of darkness is most forbidden. I am told none who set foot there have ever returned. There are three families of Keyblades. The Keyblades of light we wield, the Keyblades of darkness, and the Keyblades of heart. The first and second families differ only in origin. Keyblades of darkness are found in the realm of darkness, and are counterparts to the Keyblades we use in the realm of light. The third type of key, the Keyblade of heart, came into existence when the world was reorganized after the Keyblade War. Without this key, Kingdom Hearts is forever beyond a person's reach. Only by gathering together 7 hearts of pure light, hearts completely devoid of darkness, may one forge a Keyblade of heart and open the door to Kingdom Hearts. And, as stated before, opening this door arguably gives that person control over all worlds and all people. I have uncovered the Keyblade's ultimate mystery. You see, besides the three families of Keyblades, there is another Keyblade. While it may sound the same when spoken, it is notated uniquely, Keyblade. And make no mistake, while it resembles a normal Keyblade, it is something altogether different. Switch those two words. It is something different altogether. Keyblades are said to be man-made counterparts to Kingdom Hearts. The Keyblade, however, coexists with Kingdom Hearts. It is only forged when two hearts of equal power intersect. One heart of pure darkness, one of pure light. At the time of its forging, Kingdom Hearts appears. It must be noted, though, that this Kingdom Hearts is special. Unlike the kingdoms brought about forcibly and artificially through the collection of hearts, this Kingdom Hearts is a perfect and complete union of all the world's hearts. Surely, it was over this that the ancient Keyblade War was fought. If so, the walls that divide the worlds today are of little consequence. With the Keyblade, all their hearts could be instantly reunited, and the Keyblade War refought. My brother pupil, Ericus, thinks in only absolutes. He has persuaded himself that light is the only way, but forgets that light cannot exist without shadow. I believe a balance of light and darkness is what sustains our world. But too much of the darkness has been stamped out, disrupting that balance. Someone must tear down this tyranny of light and reorganize the world around the darkness, which then creeps back in. Ericus and I did not see eye to eye. I left and wandered the world. This was perhaps the first time I felt truly free since that day. I departed my boyhood home. But free to what? I had already shown the mark and become a Keyblade master. But having been passed over a successor, all that remained to me was the road of teacher. Ordinarily, Keyblade masters take pupils under their wings, malleable minds in which to impress the precepts of the Keyblade wielder, and keep our profession alive for generations to come. Was my time drawing to an end, then, after all I had accomplished since casting away the place of my birth? Surely waiting for quiet death would not do. Not when there was still so much I needed to see for myself. Powers help me, I thought. My body is so old. We Keyblade Masters have a special gift. We can extract a heart, be it our own or that of another. By continuing this cycle, it is possible to remain in the world of the living forever. As a boy, I dreamed of seeing the farthest reaches of the world. If only I went far enough. There had to be a world out there in which no one had ever before set foot. And now I know of just such a world. If I became the first to open Kingdom Hearts' door, I can create a next world in which light and darkness exist in perfect equilibrium. So there I stood, with vast knowledge in one gnarled, dying hand and newfound purpose in the other. The next step was clear. I needed a new vessel, and that was when I met Ventus and made him my pupil. We were destined to meet, and I could sense the potential within him, but the boy was too benign for his own good. I came to the conclusion he was too frail to serve as a vessel, and decided to use him for a second purpose I had in mind. I would remove the darkness from his heart and split him in two. Then I would have my heart of pure light and my heart of pure darkness. As to be expected, Ventus lacked the constitution for such an ordeal. I was able to remove the darkness inside him and create Vanitas, or Vanitas, depending on if you're Japanese. A heart of pure darkness, but Ventus drifted into the clutches of sleep. Ventus's heart of pure light and Vanitas' heart of pure darkness. If both could be made strong enough to one day clash, I knew the Keyblade would be forged. But Vanitas took too much of Ventus's heart, and from that fracture, I can see the last of Ventus's light was slipping away. The boy deserved a place to spend his final moments peacefully. And what should come to mind but my own boyhood home? My legs took me there unbidden, and as I stood there on the same beach where I made my choice so many years ago, I thought, not a single thing has changed. Here, in this quiet world, time marches in place. Content that Ventus would find peace here, I started to walk away. But just then, the boy held up his Keyblade. The light within him had not died. Ventus and Vanitas were not matched in power. I could not train them together, or Vanitas' darkness would gnaw away what little Ventus had left. Of course, since I needed a place where the boy's light might flourish, the answer was obvious: Ericus and his absolutes. Considering how we had parted ways, I expected friction. But if anything, Ericus seemed delighted to see me again. He readily agreed to take care of Ventus. Now I need only wait for the boy's heart to get stronger. I had not visited this second home of mine for some time. I discovered Ericus had already found 2 pupils of his own. Within one of them, Terra, I sensed something. The boy, though well-intentioned, seeks power single-mindedly. And that kind of hunger is a seedbed for darkness. I had found my vessel. The time has come. I have received word of from Ericus that his pupils are ready to become true Keyblade Masters. Terra and Aqua. They will be easy now to lure into the outside world. But Ventus, I will get nowhere without him. Vanitas can feel some of what Ventus feels, and he says Terra is a key. Ventus has loved Terra like a real brother ever since he let him keep his old wooden Keyblade. It seems we have found a loose thread at which we can tug to unravel Ventus's heart. The first step is to get Terra alone. Then we need to plant the seeds of doubt in Ventus. Let him carry his faint light as he chases his brother into the darkness. Let the darkness make his light stronger. Then let the light deepen the darkness. And where the two finally meet is where the stuff of legends will become real. Okay, so that's it. So, basically for the Elgato recordings, I'll see you guys in the next one, after I get the last couple cutscenes.